Kramer here. Hello, y'all. Hello. I feel like it's pretty dark. That didn't do anything. Dark in here. Dark in my office. So first of all, thanks so much for joining me. The reason that I'm hopping on today is that this week I'm having a go live and get known challenge. So we really know it's actually not that cloudy out here. I'm in Calgary in Canada. So it's not that it's cloudy, it's just that I don't have the right lights. So right now I'm going live on Restream. I'm using Restream to go live on multiple platforms on my laptop. And then I have my Instagram on my cell phone, kind of right in front of my right laying in the middle of my laptop. So here's what we're doing this week, guys. I wanted to hop on and talk to you about going live and obviously really encourage you to join me, because we know that when you go live, people get a notification. I just got a notification that my friend Daniela was going live at the same time that I was going live. So people get notifications when you go live. You're more visible when you go live. The more consistent and the more frequently you're doing it, the more eyeballs you're going to get. Hey, Lucas. Hey, Jose. Hey, Brody. Jeff, hello. And Austin, Globetrotter. Cool. Also a good idea, guys, to engage with your audience. So as you're going live, if there are people that are joining you, if there are people that are chatting with you, say hi. It actually creates more engagement if you're interacting with your audience. Okay, so I know that it's hard. How do I figure out what to talk about? If I'm going to go live, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to talk about. Maybe I don't have the right audience. Okay, so here's what I would suggest. What I would suggest is that you, number one, just do it. Just go. If you're interested in maybe being visible and maybe hitting more of your audience than a cold call, a phone call. A phone call is one person. Being on stage, on a virtual stage in front of your audience, and making sure that you're visible by, for example, going live, it gives you the opportunity to reach way more people than one phone call. And it also gives you the ability to appear as though you're an expert. So every Thursday I go live on a few different platforms every single Thursday. So Wasif, that's a great question. The purpose of going live is, first of all, so that you can speak to your audience and talk to your audience, and people who are authentic, which is live content. Of course it's authentic. There's no, if my dog starts barking, if I start crying, it's live, right? It's the most authentic that you can possibly be. So when you go live, you're authentic, and people want to do business with other people who are authentic, who they feel like they know, like, and trust. The know, like, and trust factor is huge when it comes to being live. The other thing that happens when you go live is that it creates engagement on your social media accounts. It also sends people a notification when you're live on whatever platform you're on, and you can share it. And so it's content too. So you go live, you share it on your profile, you share it as a story, whatever the case might be. You're going live. So here's my topic idea for today, because I know that that's a challenge, right? What do I talk about? I'm going to go live, but what do I talk about? How do I even know that people are going to care about what I have to say? I used to think that. I still think that sometimes. Like, who is really going to care about what I have to say? There are people, I promise. So what I would like to suggest for today is I want to suggest that you reach out to someone who can hop on a live with you. So share someone, we know that there's opportunity when you can share a stage. If you can share your own stage, share someone else's stage, reach out to someone who might be interested in doing that with you. You can do it in a Facebook group. So some different places that you can go live. You can go live in a Facebook group. You can go live on a Facebook page. You can go live on your Facebook profile. You can go live on Instagram. Instagram is really easy, guys. All you do is click on your story, click on story again, and then scroll over to live, and magically, just like this, you will be live. So make sure that you introduce yourself. Make sure that you, tell people the purpose of what you're going live, and be visible, right? So if you have the opportunity to share someone else's stage, Patrick, love this challenge, 100% sharing stages and be on someone else's stage. Yeah, collaborate. There's so much opportunity for you to be able to collaborate. How would you recommend attracting people to your live? Well, so that's a great question, Ergie. I hope I said that right, Ergie. Consistent. If you're consistent with your content, if you're consistent with how frequently you go live, you're gonna actually get more people who are interested in participating. So for example, my own self, every single Thursday since I think it was September, October, I go live on my social media platforms so that I can give people tips or tricks, or I sometimes will interview people to give people the opportunity to share my stage. So it really is an opportunity for you to not only be in front of your audience, but also be in front of somebody else's audience if you're sharing stages. And it kind of makes it a little bit easier sometimes, because you don't always have to think about what the next question, or what's the next thing that I should talk about. What is there to talk about? If you're with someone on a live stage, then you could be asking each other questions, which does make things a little bit easier. So that would certainly be like one idea for you. But when how do you attract people to your lives? You can send them DMs. You can do a live to talk about the live that you're going to do. There is absolutely so much opportunity. Here's the thing that I keep saying, and I think that this message is very consistent, and I say it every day. But the more visible you can be, the more that you can appear as though you're an expert at whatever it is that you're talking about, the more people will start to trust you, start to engage in the content that you have, start to engage in your videos. And the more that happens, the more that will happen. It's like compounded. It's compounded, absolutely. So if I can suggest to anyone, do it today. I know it's okay. So we're on day 4 of our Go Live and Get Known challenge. And guys, I'm actually going to extend it to next week too. Next week too, we're going to be doing this same challenge. It's never too late to start anything. That's the one thing that I think I've learned in my business, is that it's never too late to start. So even though we're like on day 3 of this 5-day challenge, let's extend the challenge. Let's extend the challenge. We're going to do it next week too. On Monday, I'm going to do a free webinar, so that you can, I'll actually show you how to go live. So I'll give you specific instructions and details of how you can go live on multiple platforms, what audience to reach out to, how to figure out who your audience actually is, different ideas for going live. Because I know that those are some of the challenges. Like, what am I going to talk about? I don't really have an audience who's gonna care about what I have to say. What if nobody cares what I have to say? I mean, it's happened to me. I've gone live before. and nobody has, and nobody shows up. It's happened. Absolutely. I look at everything that I do, everything that I do, especially the lives and social media and how to be visible. I look at everything as practice. So let's just say you go live and nobody shows up. Cool. You just went live. That's practice. Practice. So the more times you practice, what happens? You get better. That's what happens. Every time that you practice, you get better. So in life, in general, in lives especially, make sure that you are practicing, because the number one thing is just showing up, just doing what it takes. So if you can take the steps to actually show up and just do it, eventually you're going to be a pro. Eventually you're going to be amazing. Eventually you'll know what to say. You'll know who you're talking to. I mean, another suggestion for how to do it, and I guess the way to talk is, if you could imagine a friend of yours. Just imagine a friend of yours that is the camera. Just imagine a friend of yours that is your phone. Just imagine like a real person on the other side that you're talking to. It's not a whole big audience. It's just your friend. It's just someone who you're used to being able to talk to, who shows up for you, who, trusts you. So, hi Richard. Hi Applesauce. Hello Applesauce. Jay. The benefits of a student doing a live streams. Ergie, that is a really great question. So I speak, we have a university here in Calgary, Mount Royal, and I've had the opportunity to speak to some students at that university. And here's the thing about as a student, when you're done, or when you're on your way to being done, you need to get into the workforce, you need to get a job, and you need to sell yourself. So if you're a student and you're looking to get a job, what better way than to demonstrate the knowledge of the school that you're, oh, cool, you go to Mount Royal, that's cool. I spoke at a LinkedIn opportunity. Anyways, okay, so yeah, if you're a student and you're going live, let's just say you learned something today. Hop on, go live, talk about what you learned. Like, that is an amazing, the good thing about students and figuring out what to talk about is that you have so much new content every day because you're learning every single day. So that's actually a really good opportunity for you to be able to go live and talk about something that you've learned. And then when you're applying for that job, then then the employer is going to be able to see all of your content and realize that you do know what you're talking about. So it's the same in business. It's the same whether you're a salesperson, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a student, whatever the case might be visible, appear as though you know what you're talking about, talk about things that you've learned, talk about things that you know. Just be visible. So everybody, join my join my Go Live and Get Known challenge. So it's going to be extended to next week as well. And tag me, send it to me, let me know that you've gone live and that you are actually doing what it takes to show up and be visible and get known. Also one more thing. So I'm going live today in almost 2 hours, at 2 o'clock Eastern or 12 Mountain Time. I'll be live on all of my channels to talk about LinkedIn and LinkedIn templates and the importance of them, and maybe give you some ideas as well, which is great because if you're going live anyways, and then you have the opportunity to engage and communicate with those people, then why not, right? Anyways, y'all, thanks for joining me. join my challenge. Join my challenge. I'm going to actually, I'm going to put it in the chat. I'll put it below this. And if you're on Instagram with me, it's on my profile. I would love to hear success stories. That's why I do this. That's why I do this. It's like so exciting to hear people be successful and go outside of their comfort zone. It's actually really rewarding for me. And I really want to hear about it. So hopefully you guys will do what it takes, show up and do what it takes, and be visible, and join my challenge so that we can continue this on next week. Webinar will be happening on Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern. No, 12 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Mountain Time, which is when we'll start the 5-day challenge, or you'll just be able to continue the challenge from this week. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Don't forget to send me your lives so that I can be excited and support you too. Thanks again. Bye.